Okay, crocheters, crafters, knitters, and yarn enthusiasts. Hopefully this is the last video of my great yarn purge of 2023. When I finished yesterday, you guys know I had such a headache and I was getting really tired by the end of the day that I finished that video and just kind of pushed everything off to the side and left it for the night. So what I have to do today is kind of pick up where I left off yesterday. Hopefully with no tears today. Okay? So here's a bin of yarn that I'm going to donate, right? But I realized that I actually need the plastic bin for my project pile, because my project pile is overflowing and some of it is in cardboard boxes and I'd like to get it out of the boxes and into a bin. So I want to save this bin, which means this big blue ugly one that I don't want and I'm donating, I'm going to fill that up with all of this yarn and we're going to count the yarn as we go along, as I do. Okay? Alright, we're ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that one was hard, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and then I got more, hold on. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, and I realized these 2 balls of cotton can go over to my mom. She keeps asking me to bring some cotton to her, so I'm going to take these to my mom. Okay, they get taken out. What is that up to? 50 something? 54. So I'm gonna, that's it for the balls of yarn. 54 more balls of yarn. Wait. I think I have some more that I put on my shelf that I've changed my mind about. So hold on one second. My husband was keeping track for me. 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. So let me go make this bin nice and pretty, and then it's going right out in the car. Wow, that is a tall bin and a deep bin, and look at that, it's practically filled to the top. So I have some odds and ends I need to put in there. So let's go through those real quick. Okay, so you remember that I have a set of hooks that are going in there. Another set of hooks that are going in there, which it actually still has its label and everything. Two pattern books that are going in there. Crochet doily that even I made that I'm not happy with. And more. The cotton ones, that's going in there. That's going in there. So there we go. 2 packages of hooks, 2 books, and 4 crochet doilies. 1 infinity scarf made out of wool that I will never wear. A hot pad in green and yellow, which I don't like the color combination. And this one does hurt, the crocheted bag. It's just too small for me, so this one kind of hurts, but it's going. And oh wait. 2 quilting kits. They're going in there. And was there anything else that needed to go in there? I'm still undecided on these little bonbons. Thing is, I can hold on to them for now, but then I can get rid of them later. But what's the point if I could get rid of them now? But they're so cute and they're so sparkly. The struggle is real, my friends. The struggle is real. Alright, so I'm going to pause there and get this out. There's fibers off my lens. I'm going to get this out to the car while I make up my mind. Alright, there we go. We're putting the lid on it and off it goes. And this bin here, I know it's empty, but we're donating it. So into the car it goes. Look at my husband and his tiny little trunk space. I've got twice as much in my minivan, but I won't use my minivan because I will wind up keeping it. So there we go. That's our first batch of stuff in the car for today. So here we go. I have another empty bin because I got quite a few empty bins and I've been putting them off to the side because I knew I was going to need more for my project pile, because I know my project pile has boxes in it and I want to get my stuff out of boxes and into clear bins. So here's the project that I pulled out yesterday. Okay, all these pretty colors that I've completely forgotten what I was doing, or that I was even making a project. I'm going to put it in this bin because it actually has a lot of yarn to it. Because it's still a work in progress, evidently. I'm going to put all the yarn in there and my notes in there. See? Because, you know, we went through this yesterday. Okay? So, you know, I'm not throwing away everything, and I'm not donating everything. I still keep stuff. Girl's got to have some kind of yarn stash. But this vintage sewing basket, it's going in the car to be donated. My husband is going to go put that out there right now. And double check the pockets and make sure I left nothing in there. And then there's my crochet along that I was doing. It needs a few yarn tails tidied up. I'm putting all that yarn in here. So that is why I kept some of my bins. I knew I was going to need it for my project pile. Which is okay, because I made so much progress with my yarn pile, and now I know what I'm doing, that going through my project pile, I'm hoping will be easy. But I haven't, did I just jinx myself? Maybe. There we go. So now I can label that with projects. And this little green basket, it can go, because, you know, it's a dust collector. Off it goes, right? I got this box here, which is going in the trash. I remember I showed you my favorite bins from the other day with these flaps on them. And I told you I bought them at Walmart like 20 years ago. I've got like 5 of them. And they've done so many jobs over the years. This one, unfortunately, it's all cracked here on the lid. I would love to hold on to it because I've had it for so long and it's done jobs for me in 20 years. But it's broken. I can't fix it. And eventually that plastic is just going to fall apart. So I'm going to let it go. And it's going to go out into the recycling. I'm also letting go of my little space heater that's been sitting here next to me this whole time. Went to turn it on yesterday. It no longer turns on. I can't fix that either. So there we go. Not only am I doing my great yarn purge, I am also applying these lessons to the rest of everything in my house. My bin is broken. It's going to keep breaking until it's a million little pieces. And my space heater broke. Now I have another space heater on the other side of the room. If I need it, I'll just relocate it. So, there's my lesson for today. Get rid of your stuff when it breaks. Don't hold on to it. Okay, so you guys know I have been taking all of my sample squares, sample swatches, and stuff, and I've been sticking them in this clothes basket. Well, my cats have been trying to eat it through the open holes, so I'm going to move it into a clear bin that I saved just for all of my samples, okay? So instead of going through it one at a time, we're just going to take it and dump it. Voila! So there, now all of my samples are in a bin and I can see what's in there and they're safe from the cats. The clothes basket is being repurposed to my bedroom because the clothes basket I have is a pain in the ass for me to carry clothes up and down the steps. This is nice and small. It's got handles. It's going to my bedroom. Yep, okay. Now I need to take a breath. Okay. We are at the point where when you're finishing things up, it's a lot of little things and it's a lot of this way, that way, up, down, back and forth, and you get tired. And then at some point you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And you sit down and take a break. Next thing you know, your break has lasted a day, a week, a month, or a year, and you're still not done. I'm at that point. I'm at that point where I want to be done, but I'm not yet done. I still have little things I need to do. So I'm just going to keep chipping away at them and make myself exhausted so I can pass out by 9 o'clock tonight. So let me show you the corner where the yarn is, and try not to be too disappointed in me, but my yarn pile is bigger than the shelf. I knew it was a possibility. I knew I was going to try to keep more than what the shelf could hold, and I did. So I'm going to show it to you real quick. So you know, there's the shelf. So I've got bins up top there, which is fine. I knew I was going to put bins up on top. There's still room. There's still a little bit of room on each of these shelves. And then when I open the doors, there's 2 shelves down there. But you see, the yarn spilled over here and here. Can I get some of this on there? Yes. Am I going to get all of it on there? No. Do I feel bad about it? Yeah, a little. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to take the shelf and turn it. Because have you noticed our tools hanging up, like the level and my yardstick, the brushes to clean out the dryer vents, the caulking gun. These are the big things that you usually hang up in your shed, but you guys know since my shed is leaking with water, we brought them in the house. So I'm actually going to relocate them and then turn this shelf that way so I can see my yarn better. And we're going to get that done today. Right after we go to the thrift store and drop off what we've got in the back of the car. Okay? So I'll catch up with you guys. There we go. Another bag to the trash. Oh, there's my broken space heater. Love that thing. Okay. Now we're getting in the husband's car. Go drop some stuff off at the thrift store. Get locked up again. We're gonna have to hit the internet and see what we can do about getting it to stop doing that. Alright. Okay, crafters, we are at Good Stuff Thrift in Langhorne, southeastern Pennsylvania, Bucks County. Paulie's in the back, putting all the stuff that we're donating in its proper spots. So this is our last trip to the thrift store. This is our last drop off. Okay, and I'm actually feeling pretty good about it. We'll go over the numbers when we get home. We have to go run an errand, okay? A little too close. We're a little too close. So we're gonna go run an errand, and when I get home, we'll run through some numbers on what I got rid of. Okay. Okay. So now we are. Got to turn the stereo down. Don't want YouTube to come at me for copyright strikes. Now we're at the organizing phase. Okay. My husband's moving the tools. See, that are hanging on the wall. We're gonna get the shelf turned around. I'm gonna show you the living room right now, as I've been giving you shots all along. There's an empty bin that has yarn in it that won't fit on the shelf. An empty bin that has yarn in it that won't fit on the shelf. There's my temperature blanket. It's been washed and dried so I can do a do a video on it, do a blanket on it. Oh my goodness. That thing took me a year to make. And then part of the project pile, okay? So now we're at the organizing phase, okay? And this is going to take a little bit of time. So I'm not going to film us turning that shelf because you do not want to see the two of us work together trying to move furniture. Boy, do we argue and break our toes and smash our fingers. So I'll come back with an update when we're done, okay? Okay, crafters, I want to show you that I'm not throwing away all of my little tiny balls of yarn. I love working with scrap yarn. The stuff I threw away, I felt like it was either too old or too tangled or too scratchy to actually keep. So I wanted to show you that I am keeping some of it. And what I'm going to do is, for my own sanity, I'm going to take all these little hand-wound balls of yarn and stick them all in one bin. It doesn't matter what yarn company they're from, if they're a number 4 weight or a number 3. I'm going to throw them all in this bin because seriously, they're going to fall off the shelf and they're going to get all tangled up in there. And I have a whole bunch of Karen Simply Soft up there that needs to come down. So I'm going to pull all those little balls of yarn off the shelf and I'll show you when I'm done, okay? Okay, so it is getting late in the day for me. It's sometime after 4 o'clock. So here's my shelf. It's been turned. So now I can see it better. Right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bins full of yarn. A shelf that's almost full. Almost. That one, I don't know if I can get anything else in there. That one for sure is packed. And then down in where the 2 doors are, there are 2 shelves in there. And those are packed. Okay? So that's my shelf. I'm happy with it. My next step will be organizing it. There's my bin of little leftovers. And this is what I can't fit on the shelf. This is going on my variegated shelf and on my variegated shelf. So, I'm all done. There we go. There's my shelf with bins on top. I've got 2 bins right there because I couldn't quite make them fit. This shelf is now full of variegated yarn of all different types and companies and weights. Bin that I did full of blankets of videos that are already blankets that I did videos for. My sample bin, and projects, and notes. Alright, so that is it, crafters. I am all done. The great yarn purge of 2023 is all done. Today is Saturday, January 21st, and I started last Saturday, which was what, the 13th or the 14th? So I'm all done. Sorry, we just got done moving that shelf. Wow. We're all done. Did I save more than I had originally intended? Yes. Am I okay with that? Yes. Alright, so let's go through the numbers. As of today, I donated 5 bins. Okay? 1 big blue one and 4 medium-sized clear ones. There is 6 or 7 blankets in one of those bins. There was 24 vintage crochet hot pads. And then my first set of yarn that went was 99 balls of yarn. My second set that just got dropped off today was in the 50s. 54, 55, something like that. So I donated 150 balls or skeins of yarn. Okay? I threw away, I don't know, 10, 15 bags of grocery store bags that had projects and odds and ends. I threw that away. I've emptied a box or 2. I've got all my projects together in one pile. I've got all my notes together in one pile. I found some of my hooks that I was able to put away. There's stuff that I threw away. I don't feel bad about it. I'm telling you, the yarn was old, it was scratchy, it was tangled, and it just was not worth the time and energy. Plus, I still have so many others that are left that I did keep that are in better shape. So that one bag of yarn had like 20, 25 balls of yarn in it, and then all those little leftovers. I mean, there must have been 30 of them. So let's say I threw away 50 balls or partials or skeins of yarn. Okay, so that's what 200 pieces out of my house, right? Besides the bins and the trash. Abandoned projects that they're not going anywhere and they're just not worth my time and effort to finish them or frog them because the yarn's not all that good to begin with. So I got rid of a lot of stuff. A lot. Did I keep stuff? Yes. But it's yarn. Yeah, and it's pretty and it's soft and it's squishy. I give myself a year. I will go through this again in January 2024. If I did not use everything that is over there in that corner and on that shelf, then I will purge again. But for the moment, I'm perfectly happy with what I did. So with all that, I got to tell you guys, I need to take some time off. This was exhausting. Mentally, emotionally, and physically. I'm exhausted, so I need to take some time off, which I needed to anyway. A year of doing videos, and I still have a second channel about books. I've let some things in my house slide. I've got to get my budget tied out from 2022 and get it set up for 2023. I've got a few doctor's appointments I need to be making for the kids, and some other things that I've let slide. And then I got to get myself ready to do my next purge in other areas of my house and not just yarn stuff and crochet stuff. So I'm going to take about 2 weeks off. I will see you guys again about mid-February, and when I come back we will organize the yarn that I did keep, and then we will start going through my project pile and getting these blankets finished and doing videos on them, and then we can move into tutorials because tutorials are fun, right? So thank you guys for everything, for being here every step of the way. Your comments, you guys are awesome. The love and encouragement that I'm feeling, I really do appreciate it. All the feels, okay? So I will see you guys in a couple weeks. If you need help with your own decluttering and your own purging, reach out in the comments below. I can help, and others who watch the videos can help, okay? So if you're struggling, even though I'm taking a small break of 2 or 3 weeks, still, just reach out in the comments down below, okay? And I will see you guys soon, hopefully, alright? Love you guys. Bye.